At this time of year, many of us are out looking for the perfect shopping deal. Whether it's a holiday item or after holiday sales, the malls and the stores are filled with people. And that's not to mention the cyber sales where people are online making their purchases. And we want you to stay safe. Lieutenant Dennis Ivey with the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office joins me to give us some tips on how we can stay safe. Lieutenant Ivey, what is something or a few things people can do even before they go shopping?
Well, the main thing, Gail, they have to do is have a pre-plan of where you're going to shop, who you're going to shop with, and don't go out shopping by yourself. It's easier to be targeted as a victim when you're alone versus with a group of people. Even if it's just one other person, try to have a friend or family member shop with you. Pre-plan to have your credit cards in the right location in your purse, secured for when they're not in use. Pre-plan to not carry cash. Let's have credit cards and checks. Credit cards are better than checks in my opinion. Just easier to keep up with. Make sure that your purse is secure on your person. Make sure the strap is across your body and not hanging on your shoulder. And always make sure that you're thinking about the worst that can happen and hoping for the best. And then you'll know that you're able to help yourself if you are, a victim of a crime.
Okay, so if women are supposed to wear a purse across body and hopefully have it zipped shut, what do men do with their wallets?
Well, if you're going to make sure that you have your wallet deep into your pocket, I would say don't carry it in your back pocket, carry it in one of your front jean pockets. It's a lot more secure in your jean pocket than in your back pocket. If you have a larger wallet, like a trucker or biker style wallet, you want to have some kind of tether to it, a chain or a strap to it, to make sure it's just not easier for, sometimes it's not even somebody stealing it. It can fall out and then somebody get your credit card information, steal your identity, and make fraudulent charges on your card.
Since you mentioned credit cards, what can people do to protect their identities from being stolen, not just protecting their wallets and their purses, but is there anything else they can do?
Well, I prefer the little wallets that you can buy that safely secure the credit cards. Even though we're getting chip cards now, there are wallets that you can buy out there that secure your credit cards so that the magnets don't pick them up as easy without getting too technical. Just the main thing is keeping control of your credit cards. When you swipe it, put it away. Mm-hmm. The other thing I would say is ask them to check your identity when you're at the store. We still don't see stores out there enough asking to see an ID. And if they ask to see your ID, don't get mad or belligerent with them. Thank them for checking your ID, because people who are asking to see your ID are doing that to protect your identity and your credit, as well as themselves, because they need to make sure that they're doing their part to stop these kind of credit card frauds.
Now, if someone's out there shopping and they can't find their credit card, they're not sure if it's been lost, if it's been stolen, even if they think it's been lost, should they go ahead and call their bank to cancel that card?
Absolutely. Whether you lose your card or it's stolen, however it gets gone, immediately call and cancel that card, because that will possibly stop any fraudulent transactions before they're even made.
And if people are using their credit cards online for shopping, it seems like it's the safe alternative. You can be home in the safety of your home and making your purchases online. But there is a bit of a danger there too.
Well, there is, and make sure that you're using well-known, secured websites. And when people ask you and send you emails about stuff that you're not familiar with, make sure that you check it out, because if it's not a secure website, people could be phishing to get your information.
At this time of year, fraud is not just in the stores, but it also occurs at home too.
Yes, we've seen several reports of scams that are targeting people at their homes as well. It doesn't cost you money to win something.
Right.
If it sounds too good to be true, most likely it is. This could be from phone calls. We've had the Virginia Power scam. We're going to cut off your power if you don't pay right away. This is all stuff that can be verified. The common scam to the elderly right now that we may see increases, having somebody call up and sound like that they're their grandchild and saying they're locked up somewhere in jail and they need bond money wired to here. This is all stuff that's easily verifiable before you make a decision to send money. We've had people send thousands and thousands of dollars wired, and it's just a shame. And just verify it. Take the time to verify it. Don't panic. All this stuff is verifiable. If it's a reputable company, they're going to take the time to explain to you when you call them whether it's true or not.
So we've talked about keeping yourself safe, keeping your money, your credit card safe, but what about the purchases you've made? How do we keep those safe?
Well, one thing to keep yourself safe is make small trips to your vehicle and secure all your packages in the trunk. One thing you can't do is you cannot be as aware of your surroundings if you're fumbling around with multiple packages.
Okay.
When you have valuables in your vehicle, whether it be Christmas gifts, GPSs, cell phones, computers, laptops, iPads, you always want that stuff secured in your trunk. And I would say if you don't need to bring it with you, don't bring it with you. Just don't store valuables in your car, and always make sure that your car is locked. One of the biggest problems we have in York County is people do not lock their cars. They feel like they're in a bedroom community and they're safe, and they are relatively safe. But I can tell you right now, based on the cases that I've worked over the years, these criminals who target larcenies from vehicles, they go and they shake door handles and they look for the one that's unlocked. If your car's locked, they're going to look for the unlocked one before they break a window. That being said, at the Christmas season, if there are packages in the back and that in plain view, I'm not going to say they're not going to break out your window to try to get that, because they're looking for the expensive items.
I also hear mention of skimming, whether it's at a bank or at perhaps a gas station. What is that?
Yeah, skimming is when a person puts a device inside of an ATM machine or a gas pump, and it basically, when you put your information in, it takes the information off of your credit card and they're able to use it in a fraudulent way. One of the things you can do to prevent that is when you go to the gas stations, and we thank the gas stations, they're starting to put stickers on their machines to where it shows it hasn't been tampered with. But if an ATM machine does not look right, if it looks like it's very loose or something hanging out of it, don't use it, and contact the authorities right away to check it out. The same with the gas station. When you're getting cash for the holidays, it's very dangerous at the ATM machines because criminals do target ATM machines. So make sure that you're looking around, make sure you're very cautious, and when you're getting, again, when you're getting cash, have somebody with you, because they can do the lookout for you when you're getting the cash, because we all know when we're putting in our PIN number and stuff like that, you know, we're focused on that and getting our money. You feel like somebody's encroaching on you, step away, let them go to the ATM machine. Sometimes it may be common courtesy, but you may be protecting yourself as well.
Is there any other information you'd like to offer?
Yes, whether it's this time of the year or any time of the year, if you see something, say something. If it doesn't feel right, go with your gut. Your gut instinct is your best instinct. If you see something that doesn't look right, if you see a suspicious person in the area that you think may be there to rob somebody or steal something, if it's an emergency, call 911. If it's not an emergency, you can call the non-emergency number at 890-3621. But again, don't hesitate to call 911 if you need that. On behalf of Sheriff Danny Diggs and the men and women of the York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office, we want to wish everyone a safe and happy holiday season.
Thank you for this great information, Lieutenant Ivey. We want you to stay safe. For more safety tips and for more information, follow the Sheriff's Office on Facebook and Twitter at York-Poquoson Sheriff's Office.